Hi, I'm Keith Floafabout, humanitarian, empathiser, ally, sex pest. Now, things have been a bit quiet lately, haven't they? What I want to know is what's happened to all the protesters. Remember during the pandemic? Remember when we shut everything down because of a virus that was made in a laboratory in China? Remember when we stayed at home because we didn't want old people to die, even though they were dying anyway because they were old? Remember when we were all supposed to be isolating and yet loads of people decided to get out on the streets, mingle with each other and protest about things that were slightly irrelevant in the context of what the media and our collective governments had sold to us as an apocalyptic plague? Remember all those people defacing and toppling statues? Remember all the people taking a knee for BLM? Remember all the smelly Extinction Rebellion arseholes lying in the motorway? Remember all the Me Too movement, bull-dyke feminists having their candlelit vigils? Where the fuck have all those protesters gone? It's almost as if the only reason they went out and protested during the pandemic is because they weren't allowed to go to work and they got so bored and needy and desperate for attention at home that they decided they wanted to go out in public and scream about something. And protest was the only means by which they could get away with that whilst the rest of us dutifully followed COVID restrictions. Could it possibly be that these protesters didn't really give a fuck about the issues they were out on the streets hollering about? Because since life has gone back to normal, they seem to have more or less disappeared. They seem to have forgotten all the things they were outraged about that desperately required them to break COVID restrictions. The pandemic's finished, the restrictions have ended, and they've all scuttled back to their public sector non-jobs and forgotten all about the world's injustices. But don't worry, they'll be back out on the streets next week on strike, screeching for a pay rise. Pathetic, narcissistic, self-righteous tossers. Have a lovely day, people. Take care. Be lucky.